So, a couple of days ago, I went back on the Piers Morgan show to defend President Biden, defend his record, defend his candidacy, and of course, expose Donald Trump for the fraud that he is. But once again, I was the only pro-Biden person on this panel. So, it was me versus three conservatives: Dave Rubin, who's a MAGA commentator; Tyrus, who used to be a Fox News host; and of course, Piers Morgan himself, who is more conservative. And if I'm being honest, I don't think the Republicans made the case for Donald Trump all that well. I just didn't think they did it in a great way. So I wanted to show you some clips from this pretty heated debate, and we'll talk about it a little bit. So the first clip I want to show you is a video of me and Dave Rubin and Piers Morgan kind of getting into it. Dave Rubin said that Biden is not fit to serve and that he doesn't deserve our respect. So I wanted to show you my response. Take a look. Look, President Biden should be the nominee. I wonder where Dave got his MD, where he got his degree to specialize in neurology. And I just find it funny how he's saying, oh, we shouldn't respect Biden and Karine Jean-Pierre, but I'm sure that he's voting for the convicted felon and the proven sexual abuser who defamed his victim, and he gives his respect to him every single day. But
hey, Harry,
do you think
that Joe Biden is cognitively able to be president? Yes or no?
Yes, I do. You can check out the neurology report he had earlier this year in February, where there said there was no concern, no cognitive disorder. That's coming from an actual doctor, actual neurologist.
We're all making this up. Everything we see every day, the inability to say one complete sentence. We're all making it up.
I don't know. Watch his speeches. You should watch his speech he gave in Philly the other day at the church. It was fabulous. It was incredibly moving.
Well, okay. I tell you what. Okay, let's watch
slurring
him.
Off a teleprompter.
Hang on. Let's watch since Harry wants to see. Since Harry wants to see a clip from the church, let's take a look at what happened in the church.
Let us stand together. Oh, at the cross, at the cross, where I first saw the light.
He has no idea what he's doing there, Harry. He doesn't know what day it is.
Oh my gosh.
It's actually really disturbing to watch Joe Biden in public these days. He doesn't know where he is or what he's doing. He's the president of the United States. We're now told he has to go to bed, early. He can't be up, working past 4 o'clock in the afternoon because he's too elderly and infirm. He's the president of the United States. He's the leader of the free world. This is a sick joke, literally, because the man is unfit mentally and physically to do the job. You know that, Harry. In your heart, you know that.
You played a clip of the man sitting there. Does either Crystal or Dave look like they're out of it? No, they're just sitting there, just looking at the camera, just like Joe Biden is just sitting there. He wasn't doing anything. You're trying to frame an innocent video and give a nefarious explanation for it. Come on, Piers, let's be honest about this. There was a neurology report in February where he was cleared by an actual doctor, an actual neurologist, and that's what we should be focusing on. Not these weird selective clips that conservatives, not saying you, Piers, but conservatives push on social media. Yeah, so that was a fun exchange, taking on both Dave Rubin and Piers Morgan at the same time. And I just have two main comments to make about this clip. Number one, I just find it funny how Dave Rubin was saying that Biden and Karine Jean-Pierre don't deserve our respect. But simultaneously, in that same breath, in this same debate, he speaks fondly of Donald Trump. He says he's voting for him and that he supports him. So with Joe Biden, the guy who's been an amazing president, has dedicated his life to public service, in Dave Rubin's mind, doesn't deserve respect. But Donald Trump, the convicted felon, the proven sexual abuser, the proven business fraudster, who's facing an additional 54 felony charges in 3 different jurisdictions among the plethora of things that Donald Trump has done wrong or said. I mean, seriously, Donald Trump gets his respect, but not Joe Biden. His standard for respect is just interesting looking at these two candidates. With Joe Biden, he expects him to be able to stop earthquakes and move mountains with his hands. But with Donald Trump, it's all the way down here. The bar is literally on the floor for who Dave Rubin respects, as long as they're a Republican. If they're a Democrat, well, they have to be Superman. They have to be God himself, right? So it's just funny that he gives Trump his respect, but not Joe Biden. I don't get that point. Had to call him out for it. But the second thing I want to say about this clip is that I see this done all the time with the video that they showed of President Biden at the church. They try to take this video of him in an appearance in public, and they try to give a nefarious explanation for it, something that makes him seem bad or lost. And to my point, as I just made in that video, he was just sitting there. He was just sitting looking around in a church, as we all do. I really don't see the point that they were trying to make, but it happens all the time. Republicans take a video of Biden walking and they say, oh my God, he doesn't know where he is. He's just walking. He's walking. That's what he's doing. We all walk. Yeah, we all walk. Yeah, he was walking. Oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's lost in the church. He's just sitting there. Yeah, exactly. He's sitting there. He's not doing anything. They try to make up something evil, something nefarious to say that Joe Biden is lost. In reality, he's doing something that we all do. But they have this, again, unrealistic expectation for Joe Biden. And you just saw it in that clip with both Piers Morgan and Dave Rubin kind of backing up that point. But another clip I want to show you, aside from that first exchange, which was fun, was when Tyrus, the Fox News host, jumped in. And he tried to claim that Donald Trump has compassion for people. Seriously. So I had to call him out for it. Take a look.
Quit. He doesn't want to do that. It just looks to me like that's what he wants.
Tyrus, just your reaction. I mean, Trump is being remarkably measured by his standards. Good tactics?
Well, I think it's a real tactic. Trump is a lot of things, but despite appearing all, how he's the worst, thing since the devil, he has been known to have a strong compassion for people, especially people that he's competed against or he considers an adversary. I don't think he takes any joy in it. I wouldn't take any joy in it. Like I said, I don't think he takes any joy in
compassion for E. Jean Carroll when he assaulted her, by any chance?
Oh, you know what, son? As soon as you get a date, you're going to be such a different guy. Get a little facial hair.
Did he have compassion when he assaulted her or no?
Like, I'm
asking you a question. Did he have compassion when he assaulted a woman and then defamed her or no?
I don't believe he did it. It was a civil court.
Of course you don't. It's a cult of personality, as John Bolton was talking about. Of course you don't. Of course you don't. Yeah, so I cannot believe he said with a straight face that Donald Trump is compassionate. He cares about people. I mean, what is he talking about? He didn't, number one, didn't do anything as president. And number two, now he's running for president to keep himself out of prison. Did he care for the American people when he broke the law? Did he care for the American people when he stole our nuclear secrets and kept them in his bathroom? Did he care for the American people when he tried to overturn an election? Did he care for E. Jean Carroll when he assaulted her? Did he? And I had to call him out for it. I had to jump in there and say, what are you talking about? Donald Trump doesn't care about anybody but himself. This has long been reported. He doesn't even care about his own family. He would put himself first and throw his family under the bus if it meant that he stayed out of jail or that his prospects to win an election were preserved. It's insane how anybody thinks that Donald Trump cares about anybody whose name is not Donald Trump, because that's who he is. He's selfish, he's narcissistic, he's egotistical, and he's insane. And I mean, you saw my face right there while he was saying that Donald Trump is compassionate. I'm baffled that anybody holds this view. I mean, it's such nonsense. So anyway, just had to throw that in there. Had to show you that fun exchange we just had right there. I also think it's like childish for him to respond to that by saying, number one, I need a date or facial hair. I don't really know why he thought that was like a good response to me talking about Trump assaulting a woman. And then, at the end of the video, saying that he didn't even believe it happened, saying that, I don't believe it happened. It was a civil suit, so I don't care. I don't believe it. It's like, okay, MAGA cult on display, ladies and gents. But the final video I want to show you is an interaction I had with Piers Morgan, where he tries to say that Biden's a liar and that the administration is not transparent. And I've just had enough of that narrative. So take a look at my response here.
You know what I find quite touching, Harry, is that Harry, you seem to be the last person left in America who's actually believing what the White House is saying about all this. When what is crystal clear is that they've been misleading the American people and the American media for a very long time. Why are you believing them?
Piers, spare me that Joe Biden is running cover and we're lying to the American people. This is a transparent administration. And again, I just find it funny that we're talking about transparency issues with Biden when Donald Trump is the biggest liar known to man.
But
He's
Harry,
one of the worst people in American politics when it comes to dishonesty.
Donald Trump is not
That's true.
Averaging around 20
Harry, here's
a day.
The difference.
It's remarkable.
Here's the difference.
Yeah, so it kind of got loud at the end there with everybody talking over me, interrupting what I was saying. But the point stands. Anybody who's trying to claim that Biden is dishonest and Trump is honest, I don't think is paying attention to actually what's happening in politics. I really, really, really just don't think that they're tuned in enough. Donald Trump is the biggest liar in American politics, telling over 30,000 lies during his presidency, averaging around 20 a day. Could you imagine lying 20 times a day for 4 years straight? That's what Donald Trump did. He is the biggest liar, a pathological liar, telling over 30 lies during the presidential debate. One lie every 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes he lied on average. So, seriously, spare me. Spare me this narrative that Joe Biden or the White House has somehow been dishonest, because that's not true. I truly believe that the White House and the Biden administration are good, honest people who have dedicated their lives to public service and dedicated their lives to serving the American people. And that remains true to this day. That remains true today. And to try to compare the Biden White House to the Trump White House and say that Biden is dishonest and Trump is, nonsense. Just complete nonsense. So that was my appearance on the Piers Morgan Show. It was fun. I always enjoy going on and having these debates. It's important to have these debates, but I just wanted to show you what happened in the conversation that we had. So anyway, I'll wrap up the video there. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Make sure to subscribe down below. We're so close to 60,000 subscribers. It's crazy. You guys are amazing. I appreciate the support so much. Let's try to get there. And also drop a like on the video and comment. Let me know what you think about all this. Let me know what you thought about the appearance. And of course, as I always say, I appreciate you being here, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.